Today is a test pilot for the Dr. Rainer Show, and of course, Oprah, I hope you like it. Today we're going to talk about being healthy, and more importantly, that it's your state of mind that makes you healthy. Whatever we think is what we become. If you get a chance, I'd like you to go online and Google the Rainer time longevity equation. And essentially that equation is matter equals energy times time squared times 1 over distance squared. It means that matter and energy are effectively exactly the same. Just like Einstein said, we can create matter with energy, which is thought, times time, which is persistence, times 1 over d squared, which is focus. So thought, persistence, and focus is what creates matter. Interesting. We are what we think we are. I have news for you folks. In my 24 years of practicing medicine, being healthy really revolves around one thing. It really revolves around not being obese. The vast majority of illnesses are secondary to being obese. Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, secondary to obesity. And as physicians, we often don't treat the primary cause. The obesity is a problem. We often prescribe medications that are really just like putting Band-Aids on a problem. So what does this mean? It means more often than not that you are your best doctor. So you have to make a daily effort to visualize, imagine, and see yourself as healthy. Some people call this meditation. Some people call this visualization. Some people call this prayer. We are a product of our thoughts. A product of our thoughts. Okay? Our thoughts yesterday really determine where we are today. All right? So I don't want to stray from the primary subject, but I'd like you to just really take to your heart that being healthy is really seeing yourself as healthy. And to really see yourself as healthy, the first thing in order is that you have to attain a normal BMI. Now, what is BMI? BMI is an acronym that stands for Body Mass Index. And Body Mass Index is your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared. And the normal Body Mass Index ranges 18 to 25. So if you're a woman, say 5'5", you should weigh about 125 to 130 pounds. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, Dr. Rainer, last time I weighed that, I was in 9th grade. So I know it's not easy, but you have to picture yourself as being that weight. Maybe put a picture of yourself in your closet of when you were in college, when you were thinner, and look at that and be grateful. Show gratitude that you are that weight. Okay? You're programming your subconscious mind. I want to share the story with you. There was once a prince that lived in ancient times. And this prince had an ailment. He had a back deformity. He had kyphosis, and so his back was curved. And he was tormented by this deformity. And he employed a sculptor, and he told this famous sculptor, I'd like you to make a sculpture of me. However, I don't want you to make this sculpture of me with a crooked back. I want you to make me standing tall with a straight back. The sculptor said, fine. Would you like me to put this sculpture on display in the town square? He said, no. I'd like you to put this sculpture in my private courtyard where only I can see it. The artist, the sculptor, agreed, made a beautiful statue of the prince standing erect and tall. And every day, this prince would go to his private courtyard and look at that sculpture and say to himself and say out loud, I am that sculpture. I am that sculpture. And in time, the prince's back began to straighten, and the town folk began to talk. Have you noticed that the prince's back is becoming straight? I share this story with you because it's really an example of programming the subconscious mind. We are what we believe we are. We are what we believe we are. And that starts with the words, I am. I want to go back and talk about America's #1 problem, and it's really obesity. Obesity is really America's #1 health crisis. But I have some very exciting news for you. There's great things happening on the horizon, particularly in understanding our subconscious mind. Understanding our subconscious mind so we can cure all of our ailments. The time has arrived where science and spirituality are coming together as one. Eastern and Western medicine, the gap is closing. We live in an exciting time, everyone. An exciting time. So join me as I explore the new frontier of development, the human mind. It's going to be fun. I'll see you next time on the Dr. Rainer Show.